My name is Keigo. I am half Japanese, half Filipino. Grew up in the Philippines in my childhood and moved over here when I was a little bit younger. Teenagehood, UK, London, Northwest specifically. And prior to joining the company, I was at University of Loughborough studying economics and management. In terms of experience, mostly hospitality or any other young person job going through my teenagehood or just in between jobs in uni. And the reason why I started here is funny enough because my mom was in sales growing up. She worked for a real estate company that was based in the Philippines, and she used to work in the sales department selling the apartments in the UK, meaning that her customer base was here and she was getting people to buy properties all across 20 hours, 10 to 20 hours right away. And that really stood out to me because of her day-to-day life. She was always working on a performance-based role, so she was always paid on her performance. Secondly, she was always in full control of her day-to-day schedule. She managed her own events, campaigns, had her own team that she managed. And also her work-life harmony. Whenever she had an event out in anywhere across UK or Europe, she would bring the family with her. So not only would we travel there for her business meetings, which was obviously boring as a child growing up, but in between them, we traveled around as a family. And as I grew up in life, I started to understand that not many families were able to have that type of flexibility. And that's the lifestyle that I wanted to strive towards. So performance-based promotions. For myself personally, I come from a sports background and I went to uni, academic background. So two parts of my life growing up that really shaped to that I have to work hard for the results that I want. So if you're a person that either comes from a sports background, music background, creative background, gaming background, any background, or whatever that it is, if you're a person that's looking for somewhere where you can be rewarded for the efforts that you've put in, not so much more the time spent there, or the years, or the connections, or the qualifications, or the degree or bachelor's, or the PhD and masters that you do or don't have, if you just want to purely be based and be judged based off of the efforts that you put in, that's exactly what we do here. All promotions are based off of performance, so people need to be able to perform at that specific role before they get promoted to that stage. Not so much more the length of time, but rather the results that they produce. I grew up watching my mom working in sales from her way up from the basic level, entry level role to the point where she was managing a team, teaching people how to do the sales and marketing with real estate. And the main thing that I saw from that was just people skills in general. That was the main reason why I started here. I only started here as a summer intern to purely build that skill of learning how to communicate with people, how to connect, how to be able to have relationships with every type of person in the world, because as human beings, that's what we're meant to do. I'm also a person in the future that I wanted to start a family of my own. I also wanted to run a business, and both of those include working with people and being a leader by example. But second to that, with sales itself, obviously you probably recognize rejections come along with that. So it builds a lot of character, a lot of resilience. Most successful people in the world, actually, a lot of them have come from an element of direct sales, and they always give flowers back to having worked in sales because of the character gained. Not just, again, the communication side, but the resilience side both from that.